Hello everyone, this is Ritesh and you are watching Dancing with Data. Today we are going to learn about key filters DAX function, which is interesting, and to learn the concept from learn.microsoft.com is another challenge. And I don't want you to go through that challenge. So basically I would like to simplify this one. The PL300 multiple choice question example, and the question you can see below table where sales measure is distributed with respect to region. Fair enough. So there is another result on the right hand side. So which DAX function will give you this result? So there are four options over there. You can pause for a while and see those options, and after watching this video you will be able to answer. There are two answers to this question. Okay, so before we move on, this is my site where you can get my content in an organized way. It includes a lot of free content, so do check now. You can find link at description and comment section both. Let's start reading from the official documentation. When you use key filter, any existing filters in the current context are compared with columns in the filter argument, and intersection of those two. Remember, intersection of those two arguments is used as the context for evaluating the expression. The net effect over any one column is that both sets of arguments apply. That is the confusing part. The net effect over any one column is both the sets of arguments apply, both the filter arguments used in calculate and filters argument of the key filter function. In other words, whereas calculate filters replace the correct context, key filter adds filter to the current context. Now this is not very user friendly definition, but I will make it user friendly for you. So first let us talk about the calculate function itself. So it says calculate function replace the current context. Now what is the current context with respect to this table? Current context is region. You can call this as a outer filter as well. So our current sales measure, which is the value is 8951931.32 overall grand total, that is under the influence of the outer filter, and that filter is region over here. And calculate function helps you to change that context. Sales calculate sales measure, and now we change the context by making use of all dex. And the definition of all is return all rows in a table or all the values in a column, ignoring any filters that might have been applied. So we talked about the outer filter over there. The outer filter is on what? Region. So the all function will ignore this outer filter. Now let us try to add this to our table, all sales, and here you go. You can see, or you can notice that on the extreme right hand side you have a new column where you get the addition or the grand total of sales measure. So basically it has removed the outer filter. It moves from top to bottom, all postal code regions, all region it travels, and it gives you one value, that is the grand total on the right hand side. That's how means this is an example of calculate function changing the context. And if I just go ahead and add one more filter over there, so I say that I would like to, not this is coming over from the postal code, so maybe I would say postal, okay, a region from postal code. Here you go, and enter. Now you will see on the right hand side that each row is giving you the central sales. So again, this inner filter is overriding the external filter, and hence I'm getting central sales for east, south and west region as well. My intention, my output should be like this, where I need to have central sales only at the central row and the other rows should be null, and that will happen only when your inner filter will not override your outer filter. There should be an intersection, not overriding. That's what it is written in the documentation, that net effect over any one column is that both sets of arguments apply, both the filter argument used in calculate and filters in the argument of key filter function. So in this case, both the filters should apply. So for each iteration, it will check whether outer and inner filters are same or not. So the first one, central and central, yes. For the second one, east and central, no. South and central, no. West and central, no. So you need that DAX function, and that's why you have key filter. Now that's the syntax for central says key filter, calculate sales measure, key filters, postal code, region is equal to central. So earlier I used to think that when you say key filter, it is talking about the filter inside the calculate, but it is saying that keep both the filters, keep your outer filter intact as well. So actually it is talking about that. When you say key filter, it is talking about that outer filter that you have for each row over there. So it is talking about that. And definitely whatever you have inside the key filters quotation, that also you need to keep. When you see, you feel like that, okay, key filters, it is talking about if you are new to DAX, that's what I thought earlier. So this is one of your two options, and there is one more option. So this very particular DAX expression or or say calculation over there in front of you, or say measure in front of you, is equivalent to the other one, which will yield you or get you the same output, but it says do not use it. Why? I will tell you. Look at the syntax first. Calculate says measure postal code region is equal to central. So both are same. This is more user friendly. So generally, if you are new to DAX, you tend to make use of this expression or say this measure. But remember, we are using postal code table over here. So it scans the whole table, postal code, which is not very performance oriented. Unlike key filter, we are not where you are not scanning the table. So yes, this will be the another option for you. So A and D are the correct options for you. I hope this was an informative session for you, and I'll see you again. Till then, keep on dancing with data, क्योंकि data ही दाता है, क्या तुमको सब कुछ आता है. Bye bye.